Sucia Island, or Sucia in Spanish, is one of the northernmost islands in the San Juans. Once a hiding place for smugglers, today it's one of the favorite destinations for many boaters. Sucia is north of Orcas Island and is about 20 to 25 miles from Anchorages or Bellingham. It has several protected anchorages, hiking trails, over 50 camping spots, interesting rock formations, wildlife, and peaceful spots to enjoy the sun. Sucia can only be reached by private boat, and almost all of it is public land. The island used to be privately owned, but several Puget Sound yacht clubs joined together and bought the island and donated it to the state to become a state park. However, North and South Finger Islands are still private. The anchorages on Sucia are Echo Bay, Fossil Bay, Fox Cove, Shallow Bay, Ewing Cove, and Snoring Bay. You'll generally find mud bottoms, though some may have gravel or be rocky. Echo Bay is the largest and the most popular anchorage. There are several mooring buoys, 2 linear moorages, and plenty of room to anchor. You can enter the bay either north of North Finger Island or between North and South Finger Islands. There are 2 beaches for pulling out. The most popular is on the southwest corner of the bay. It has lots of room and is nice gravel. When coming in, watch out for rocks that are covered at high tide. There's a big rock at the north end of the beach and another around the middle of the beach. This beach is close to camping, toilets, water, and a pay station. The other beach in the northwest corner is easy to spot with its staircase that leads to a picnic shelter, camping, and toilet. The beach is gravel, but there are several larger rocks to watch out for. Echo Bay can be very crowded during the summer, especially on the weekends, so if you can, get there early. Generally, it has good protection. I found the southwest corner of the bay to be a little more protected from high winds that were coming from the southwest. Fossil Bay is another very popular anchorage. It gets its name from fossils found in the bluffs surrounding the bay. Fossil Bay has 2 floats and several buoys, and still has room for anchoring. However, it is shallow at a little under 2 fathoms, so pay attention to the tidal change. When heading in, keep to the middle of the channel and watch out for a reef off E.V. Henry Point. On shore, there's water, camping, group picnic shelters, nice gravel beaches, and trails along the bluffs with spectacular views. Fox Cove is a lovely little anchorage with interesting sandstone formations and some beautiful campsites. Fox Cove has 3 buoys and some room for anchoring. It faces to the west and may not be quite as well protected from the south as the other anchorages. There are 2 navigable entrances into Fox Cove. You can enter from the south, but the currents in the channel between Little Sucia and Sucia Island can be very strong. The easier entrance is from the west. Watch out for the reef that extends out about a quarter mile from the western point of Little Sucia. Fox Cove is right next to Fossil Bay, so the campsites and shelters are accessible from either anchorage. If you enjoy watching the sunset from your boat, Shallow Bay is a beautiful location. Shallow Bay is shallow, but at just under 2 fathoms, it isn't much different from the other smaller anchorages. There's a handful of buoys in deeper water, but still room for anchoring. A large portion of the bay is below 1 fathom though, so check your depth and the tide charts before anchoring. The bay is open to the west and the entrance is very narrow, but it is identified with entrance markers. There are 3 beaches with campsites and toilets. The North Beach is of fine sand and is a great place to lay in the sun or wade out into the shallow water for a quick swim. The other 2 beaches are nice gravel, and the beach on the eastern shore provides easy access to Echo Bay. If the more popular anchorages aren't to your liking, then you may want to consider Ewing Cove. It's not as well protected, but it is a tranquil, quiet location. There are 2 navigable entrances to the cove, and both require care. When entering from the east, favor the side towards Ewing Island to avoid the reefs. If entering from the southeast, stay to the east of the fish haven, but beware of the reefs on the east side of the entrance. There are 4 buoys, and on shore a peaceful gravel beach. If you really want some privacy, try Snoring Bay. There are 2 buoys and a little room for anchoring. On shore, there's a nice gravel beach and a couple of campsites. Anchoring is free, but if you use any of the buoys or other moorages or a campsite, there is a fee. All are first come, first served, and reserving a spot for someone else is not allowed. There are composting toilets at all of the anchorages. Not all of them are quite this nice, but they are well taken care of. They generally are not smelly as long as the toilet lids are kept closed. There are group picnic shelters at most of the anchorages, and these can be reserved. You can even purchase firewood on the island. Once on the island, there's lots to do. Trails lead through tall fir forests or along bluffs overlooking the water. A great hike is from Echo Bay to Ewing Cove. The trail is narrow, but follows along the bluffs with great views of Echo Bay. It's a 2-mile hike, and once you get there, the beach at Ewing Cove is a nice spot to relax for a while. The sandstone rocks that make up the island are sculpted by wave and chemical action and result in some fascinating shapes that are fun to investigate. Though the water can be chilly, swimming in the shallower, warmer water can be refreshing. You can even catch your own crab dinner. And exploring by kayak is a popular way to see the shoreline. Whether you have 2 days or 2 weeks, Sucia Island is a great destination to enjoy one of the wonders of the San Juan Islands.